It's too hot for you, poo poo? You want me to let you in the house? Shoot, I ain't gonna be out here too much longer because it is warm out here. My hair don't look cute outside, but it look cute in the house. I should have put on my little dangly earrings. Hey, girl. It's like 80 something degrees today. The heat out here is matching LA heat. Today, honey, it's hot. It is. I just woke up. If I look swollen, puffy eyed, I just woke up from a nap. I have been sleeping off and on since we got back. Just that that ride. I'm thinking when we go back in August, we might fly. I might have to be on here popping my punani so I can make some money so we can fly. Because I don't know if I want to ride, if I want to drive again. God damn. It's 6 hours if you don't stop. And you know we have to stop. You have to stop for gas. You have to stop to to move around and stuff. So it's like 6.5 hours plus. Because I think we stopped twice to use the bathroom. I think we stopped once for gas and twice to use the bathroom. I think that's what we did. And we actually should have stopped again because when we got to Tracy, which is about an hour out from us, I lost feeling in my butt. My butt tapped out. From my butt to probably about my knee, tapped out, gave out. I couldn't feel nothing. And I didn't want to say, babe, we need to stop because it just seemed like my husband was in the zone. It seemed like he was in the zone, girl, because I thought I felt something crawling on me. It seemed like he was in the zone because we was almost there. And I said, okay, I'll just wait till we get home and just pray to God I can get out this car. Because I didn't feel nothing, girl. It had went numb. No, we had an hour left in the trip. So that was after 5 hours. We had an hour left. So when we got home, I guess my butt just, when I stood up, I guess my butt joined the party because I was able to walk. But I couldn't feel shit. Haven't you had your hair braided and your butt go numb? Girl, haven't you like sat for so long getting your hair braided that you don't feel your butt no more? I just, but after I stood up, it was good. So just my joints were hurting. And I know that that's arthritis because it's no muscle pain. My muscles ain't bothering me. It's just the joints, like my knees and my ankles. Um, that's the only thing that's like really hurting. Yeah, I haven't had braids in a while either. But that's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of sitting for a long time, getting my hair braided, and my butt just like went numb. And my husband, he got sick. I guess I think it was because he was sitting up under that air conditioner too much. He was sitting too close to that air conditioner, that old janky one of them old. We were in an older hotel and it had one of them little box air conditioners, not in the wall. It wasn't that old. But them air conditioners. And no, we didn't get the donuts. He didn't get up. He did not get up. I woke him up to put his CPAP machine on. He put the CPAP on, and we never did make it to Randy's. We took that picture across the street at the gas station because it was so packed over there. Randy's, that donut shop is famous. It's been in movies and everything. It's kind of like a landmark for LA. If you go to LA, all the YouTubers and TikTokers and stuff want to take pictures there. They had the parking lot cordoned off in some kind of weird ass way, and my husband was like, "Okay, we gonna come back over here later." Girl, you think he got up out that bed? I knew he wasn't getting out no bed to go to no Randy's for no donut. My husband talk all kind of shit. I knew he wasn't gonna do that. No, girl, it was a box air conditioner. Not the box that sit in the window though. The kind that you see at kind of like older hotels that's sitting down kind of low. It's the old, they older units. Now it kept the room cool, but it was kicking out hella air to the point where at one time I told my husband, I was like, "Cut that shit down. It's cold in here," and my husband kept sitting over there next to the thing. And I think that's why he all stuffed up, because I'm not stuffed up. I was stuffed up the first night, but after I went outside, I was okay. But I noticed he was stuffed up yesterday morning when he woke up, and I was like, "Oh, shit." And now it's bad. Like, he is stuffed up, he's coughing a little bit. But it's sinus, because you can hear it. It seems like it's all in here. So he using like Afrin and taking like a sinus pill. But I'm gonna tell him to go in the shower and put a towel under the door and just turn the shower on hot and just sit in there for a while. They got a Vicks tablet that you can drop in the shower too. No, I think it's sinus. They got this Vicks tablet that you can drop in your shower, and it'll provide the Vicks smell, something. But that shower, staying in the shower, letting that moist heat go up in your sinus cavity helps too. That's like sitting over a pot of water with a towel over your head to get the steam. Phoenix said my allergies and sinuses are linked. See, he don't have allergies though. He don't have it, and I'm really surprised that it's not me because I'm the one with the allergies. I'm allergic to everything. I just knew when I went down to Southern California, I wasn't gonna, my allergies wasn't gonna jive with their allergies, and it was gonna be clashing. But I've been cool. I'm doing good. Hey, Amanda. Now I'm allergic to Northern California. My allergies here, all my life, been on 10. Eyes itching, throat itching, nose itching, all that. But I get to Southern California and ain't had not an allergy. Not nary a one. So I'm like, what? What? Okay, y'all. I like LA. I like LA. I didn't think I would like it. I can't wait to go back. Now I'm just gonna be like, now I've always said that I'm a true California girl. Ain't nothing like California. I'm California through and through. I love LA. The only thing that I don't like, the difference between Southern California and Northern California is we are more laid back here. I think it's more community here. The communities here are smaller. Southern California, LA is huge. We didn't touch LA. And we went to Gardenia, Compton, Inglewood, Hollywood, South Central. We was deep. I ain't gonna tell you, Tina. We was deep in LA. We was all over LA. We was in Hollywood. We was in Compton. We was in Inglewood. Well, my husband's family is from Inglewood. And Inglewood reminds me of Oakland because that's where I grew up. Inglewood reminds me of Oakland. The homes in Inglewood have an Oakland kind of feel to them, a West Oakland kind of feel. Oakland. LA reminds me a lot of the Bay Area. The some of the style of Los Angeles, the parts of Los Angeles that we visited reminds me a lot of the Bay Area. And then when you get to an area and you see people like the people that you normally see in your community, like you see a lot of black people, you see a lot of Hispanic people, you be like, well, damn, did I leave the Bay Area? It's a lot like the Bay Area. It's just so much bigger. It's so spread out. The freeways, like this is the first time that I've been to a city and the freeways is going every which way. Like it's a freeway going this way, this way, this way, this way. You know that I thought the maze, but the maze is just this way, coming back this way and across, going to San Francisco. That's it. LA got freeway. And then to get anywhere, Head south on Normandy and Central. Head this way, head that way. Go here, get off this freeway and get on this freeway. Go on, B. God damn. Get on. It was crazy. The freeways is crazy. No, this wasn't our first time. This was my second, third time, third time, third time. But this was our first time hitting, like, going around. Okay, because we stayed in Anaheim. Anaheim ain't nowhere near Inglewood. So the time that we stayed in Anaheim, we didn't go to Inglewood, in Compton, in Hollywood. Then the time we came down and when we went to Hollywood, we didn't go to Anaheim. So each time we've been to LA, we've seen something different, and we still haven't even hit the tip. We haven't even hit the tip of LA yet. My husband went to Santa Monica. He's seen more of it than I have because he has grown. I don't know why my husband acting like it's brand new to him. He been going to LA since he was a little kid, but I think the majority of his stay, because his family is from Inglewood, you know, when you go down and visit your family, you go down and visit your family. You staying at your auntie house, you staying at your auntie house. And I don't think he did a lot of like exploring as, of course, as a little child. But he's been going down to LA since he was young. So this ain't new to him. But as far as like, you know, going around, going to all of the touristy spots, this part is new to him. And doing it with his wife, because he didn't do it with his first wife. Like they didn't come to LA, and I don't think he didn't take her to Disneyland. He took me. Y'all know I'm crazy. But he didn't. He didn't take her to Disneyland. So before I tell y'all the rest about girl, I am still on the high. I loved it. Before I tell y'all about that, we got Gizmo. Gizmo's back home, and he is happy. He's healthy. He's clean. He smelled good. He got a little, looked like he got a little something on his feet. Looked like dirt or something. I told my husband, since it's like in the 80s, he can get a bath today. But he looks happy. He was well taken care of. They said he had an accident the first day, and they wash all of the dog's bed, his bedding. They washed everything. They threw everything in the washer. It smelled good. She said they have a very strict system around there. You know, that helps keeps the dogs from getting sick and, all that kind of stuff. So they said he did really good the second day. From the second day on, he's been good. The first day it was bad. She said even that night he was pacing. He didn't really get a lot of sleep. He was up just, walking around in the cage. He had diarrhea. It was crazy. She said he went through it that first night. But the next day, she said he kind of calmed down. He got some sleep. He kind of just balled up in his bed and went to sleep. He was probably tired. She said he went to sleep, he got up, he ate. She said he came out his crate for playtime, and he did walk around a little bit. She said he didn't play a lot, but he did, they did get him to walk around and stuff. And then after that, he kind of, got used to it. The man said he was in charge over the weekend. He came out and told us, he said, yeah, when he went to the crate and called them, he came out and, he walked around, did what he had to do. And he ate his food and he kind of minded his own business. But girl, when they brought him back and he saw us, he was like, he lit up and he walked towards them people door. He was like, all right, let's go home. When he got out in the parking lot, you should have seen him looking for the car. He was looking. He didn't know what he had them forgot what car we had and everything, child. He was just ready to go. He was finna jump in any car. He got in that car. He got in his car seat. He went to his window. And when we was pulling off, he threw the deuces. He threw the deuces at the other dogs and he was out, honey. He done forgot all about that damn place. He got home. He got up and when he got home, he went to his blanket and he just rolled around and scrubbed his face. And, he does that after a bath sometime. I think that's him trying to get his familiar scent back on his body. He just was rubbing his face. He came over to me and he was rooting and rolled over and, I was rubbing him and petting him and, trying to get our scent back on him and stuff. And he was so happy. He was so happy. When he saw his toys, he just like grabbed his toy. I was so happy for him. I was happy for him. I really was. I was just grinning. I was happy for him. I was so happy. And he came outside in the backyard and he was just running around like, I'm home. They didn't throw me away. Because I just didn't want him to feel abandoned. Why you can't watch it on TV? It don't come on TV? Hi, is it Sunny or Sunny? I don't feel like putting my glasses on. Why you can't watch it on TV? They don't cast the TV anymore? Did YouTube change? No, because I can watch it on TV. I'll be watching other people on TV. I should have put my shorts on. It's hot out here. And I got these dang on capri pants on. God damn. Go in the house and put on my bathing suit. So he was super happy. I haven't figured out how to do it. Oh, really? You just add YouTube on the TV. On the Roku. That's how I do it. I'm gonna be drunk all that's water. One thing I did that was good. I took my Stanley to LA. Oh, you don't have Roku? Oh, well, I don't know how to help you then, girl. I took my Stanley and I was drinking water the whole entire. Y'all still here? Please tell me if y'all still here. Put a one in the chat if y'all still here. Because I had a phone call and phone calls be messing stuff up. I can't. Oh, okay. Drinking water. Drinking water helps. It helps a lot. I don't know why the screen got dark though. Like I can barely see myself. I don't know. The screen got dark. I don't want to do nothing else. Shit. I'm gonna leave it alone before I knock y'all off completely. Drink water because that truly helps. I hope my phone is not overheating. It is getting hot. I might have to go in the house because the phone may be overheating. My haircut is beautiful. Thank you. Let's go in the house, y'all. Because I'm getting hot, the phone getting hot, and I don't want to lose y'all. It's hotter than I thought out there. It's cooler in the house. Somebody got a package. I turn the light on. Okay, girl. Let me turn this down. Okay. Let me find somewhere to put y'all. See, I'm sweating. It's hot. It's hot out there. Let me see if I can put y'all right. I got some apple slices from McDonald's. So McDonald's don't give you hash browns with your combos anymore. If you get a breakfast combo, you don't get hash browns because when we ordered our breakfast combo this morning, it didn't come with a hash brown. We got apple slices. And I don't know if we got cheated or what. And it didn't come with apple slices because it only had one apple slice in there. And we ordered two breakfast combos. This makes my stomach look fat. And I don't want my stomach to look fat. I don't know. Yeah, I don't go there often either. Um, we haven't had a breakfast combo in a long time. That's why I was like, did they change? And I didn't look at it until I got home because when she passed my husband the bag, I just took the bag because I was, I'm looking at Gizmo, I'm all happy and giddy and stuff. Okay, let me tell y'all this. Um, the trip to LA wasn't just for us to have fun. Okay, the fun we threw in there because my husband, kind of like wanted to stay an extra day. The trip was to bury my husband's cousin. His cousin had passed away, and the trip was for her funeral. And it was so interesting because I didn't I didn't dress. I didn't, as a devotee of Lukumi, I did not dress traditionally, and I should have, because let me tell you this: if you are spiritual in any way, shape, or form, do not mess with the cemetery. Okay? Unprotected. I did not have my head covered, and I did not have on white at this funeral. And I just felt like, oh, it's going to be cool. I'm going to be okay. But I was not okay. I was okay at the church. I was fine at the church because The casket was closed until the viewing. So I was fine at the church. But when we got to that cemetery, we got to the cemetery and it was another service still in progress. So we had to wait outside the mausoleum for a good maybe 20 minutes in our cars. People was getting out their car. They was like, what's going on? What's going on? What are we waiting for? And the funeral home people, was coming and saying, oh, they're still having their service and we have to wait until all of them come out of the mausoleum before we can go in. So, we were waiting. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to go in the mausoleum and they're going to say what they have to say. I thought they did the mausoleum like they did the grave site. You say what you got to say and they put the person in the ground and we walk away. No. You go into the mausoleum. They roll a casket in. You sit down. They got chairs. You say what you got to say. Then the pallbearers have to roll the casket to the place where your family member is gonna be entombed. She was downstairs. Pallbearers get on the elevator, take the body downstairs. Would the family have to wait until the elevator comes back? Because the elevator will only fit them and the funeral home people and the mausoleum people. They went first. Then the family goes downstairs. And when I tell you, this is, I think, a 3-story mausoleum. Yeah, because you come in the first floor, you go downstairs, and then it's one above you. Um, I was okay at first, but it was hot down there. And I thought mausoleums were temperature controlled. I thought they had to be temperature controlled because of these bodies. It was hot down there. And it was just, you, okay, you get out the elevator and it's just a wall full of bodies on both sides of you. So you walking down the hallway, both sides of you is just, just rows of ancestors, just both sides of you. And then we had to walk down and it was a little room. She was in this little room. You go in this room and she was in there with all the people because it was vacant spots in there. So this little room must have been, one of the newer areas that wasn't filled up. So her, spot was open, of course. I didn't know we were gonna get a chance to watch the whole process happen. I had never seen it before. Never. Um, so the thing is open. It's just a cement box. Cement. When I say cement, I mean cement on all four sides. It's just cement. Thick slabs of cement. And the casket is on a lifter. They lift it up. The people get on the lifter with the casket. They lift that casket up, make sure the nameplate is facing the front, and just roll her in there. And they have a cement plate that is the same dimension as the front. They take that, they put it up there, they have a mallet, they knock it in place, and somebody is on the ground hand mixing cement in a bucket. While they doing that, he down there mixing the cement in a bucket. Mixing, 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 hand mixing the cement. And they come down on the lifter, he hands them the bucket. They go back up and they take that flat thing, spatula looking thing, and slather it on there. Slather, 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 because they got to seal. They have to seal the slab. The family is watching. And then they take that last piece of marble, which is the front plate, and they put it up there, and it's got a what looks like a nail, but it's not a nail, but it's something that seals the four corners. And my husband just started like pouring sweat. It was hot. It was uncomfortably hot. And then the spirits, they started up. I could just, it just kind of felt like I was hearing just like undertones. Not, I couldn't hear what they were saying because my conscious mind was just fighting to keep, to keep it away. But it was like, it got to be, it was like that. And I was like, oh my God, my head is not covered. I didn't bring any Florida water. I didn't have my leques. I did have on my Oshun and Elegua bracelets. And I'm like, okay, Oshun, you know it's me. Please tell Yemiya. Please tell Yemiya it's me. You know it's me. I'm still your child. And my mind started to calm down. And Oshun was like, nothing is going to happen to you. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. This like peace came over me. And my husband came to me and he was like, we got to get out of here. I'm too hot. And we, got on the elevator and went back up to the first floor and got out of the mausoleum. And I was just like, thank you, Jesus, you know, because it was overwhelming. It was I thought the cemetery was overwhelming for me, but I think because in the mausoleum, the spirits are contained. You know what I mean? In a building, not in the ground. At least when you're outside in the cemetery, it just seems like the spirits have more freedom, and it's, the real air is circulating in the mausoleum is different. If you have never been to a mausoleum, you have never been inside of a mausoleum, um and you are a spiritual person, I'm going to say do it just for the experience and see what you feel. But I learned a valuable lesson. For one, I should not have been at that funeral in colors. I should have had on my leques and I should have had on all white, especially going to that cemetery. I didn't know it was going to be a mausoleum. I think I think my husband did say they're putting her in a mausoleum, but I didn't really think about it because I would have took my leques. Hold on, y'all. I would have took my leques. Let me make sure y'all still here. Shit. I would have took my leques. Let me see. Can I still see myself? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Um, I would have took my leques. Hold on, let me call this girl and tell her to stop calling me. How do I is her phone number in here? Yeah. Um, I would have wore my leques and I would have at least wore a scarf to cover my head. I'm on live. Stop calling me. So you decided to pick up another phone and tell Yes. Yes, because I'm on live on that phone. So don't say nothing stupid. Can they hear us talking? Yes, they can. Do they see how aggressive you are? They should see how aggressive your eyebrows are. They were microbladed. They look like it. Right, they have to heal. How long is that going to take? About 7 to 10 business days. Well, you should 7 to 10 business days keep your ass in the house. Alive, if I start going in on you, you won't like it. Okay, let me call you back when I get off. No, I want to be on live too. Let them hear me speak. Speak my truth. How you found me in the gutters of Cairo and saved me from under the stairways of the couch. Can I go? I have to go. We can go through this some other time. We talking about something else right now. On purpose though. You want them to hear me. That's why you call me on the other phone. Okay, I'm finna go. I'm finna hang up. Bye. The OnlyFans. I'm finna go. Bye. You tripping. That's my daughter. What was I saying? Okay. I should have covered my head. And I should have had my leques on. For sure. When I tell you that was one of the biggest spiritual mistakes I have ever made, and I'm too old for that. I really should not have did that. This was one of the reasons why I was initiated, was to become. What is going on now? It looks like the internet is tripping. Is we lagging? Or did this video just go off? Let me see, is the internet tripping? No. Oh, okay. The video must have just went off. Um, one of the reasons why I got initiated was so that, I would become more mature in my spirituality. And then I make one of the most rookie mistakes. I didn't take the cemetery serious, and the cemetery don't play. The mausoleum don't play. The mausoleum is not a place. If you are sensitive a little bit, don't play with the mausoleum. Do not. Do not play with the mausoleum. If you are any way sensitive, if you have had any type of run-ins with your ancestors or anything, don't play with the mausoleum. The mausoleum ain't to be played with. And I went in, with all respect, but just not enough. My head should have been covered, and I should have had on white, and I should have had on my alekes, which is, your protection. Anytime you go into a situation like that, your alekes let the spirits know who you are. So the spirits, they knew me. I had to call on Oshun to tell her to call them back. Come here and tell these people who I am. Because they was trying to get me. They was trying to get your girl. They wasn't playing on my little ass. They was like, hey girl, what you doing? Come here with us. We having fun. It's fun over here. No, I'm good. Shouldn't y'all be asleep? Shouldn't y'all be resting? The hell y'all doing up? Y'all go to bed. Honey, them spirits was busy. And they in their mausoleums deep. They not playing, girl. Ooh, no. I was like, I can't be bothered with all these people. I definitely don't. I'm about to do my will. And I am definitely putting that in my will. Do not put me in no damn mausoleum. Just sprinkle my ashes in the water and let me go. Because I don't want to be bothered with all them damn people. It's like living in a Section 8 apartment. Everybody and their mammy up in there. Hell no. Girl, I don't want to, I don't want no parts of no mausoleum. It was too much going on. And my nosy ass, I'm standing there while they mixing cement and shit. I'm reading people's names and when they died and everything. Child, that mausoleum had been there for a minute. It was people in there from the 70s. It was like husband and wife and husband and son, and he was a great son, and he was a beautiful dog. She was a beautiful dog. I'm in there reading. Uh-uh. I don't, I don't want to have, that will definitely be in my will. Do not, in big, bold, red letters, do not put my ass in a mausoleum. I don't want to have nothing to do with a mausoleum. It is too much going on. It's like living in a Section 8 high rise apartment. You in a high rise apartment with a whole bunch of people that you don't want to have nothing to do with. Hell no. I don't do well with others. Girl, I didn't know they had an elevator either. And why Why his cousin couldn't be on the top floor? Why she had to be in the basement? I ain't like that. I ain't like that. She was downstairs. She was a Christian. I don't think she would have wanted to be downstairs. Because me and her was a lot alike. You know, she had an old soul like me. Because, you know, she was raised by kind of like older parents. She had old soul like me and her connected. She was hella. I don't think she would have wanted to be in the basement. I don't. I think her son did that shit. I didn't ask my husband, but I'm gonna. I'm be like, do you think Wanda wanted to be in the basement? My husband gonna be like, ah, babe, she didn't care. Yes, she did. Don't put me in the basement. If you gonna put me anywhere, put me on the. See, that's that Oshun in me. Put me on the top floor. Now, if you gotta put me somewhere, don't you put me in the basement. And wait a minute, when we got to the hotel, why was it a peacock? I'm gonna put it on my community wall. It was a peacock statue in the hotel. Oshun was like, I got you, girl. Oshun was like, I don't care where you go. I'm gonna be there. Just scary ass. I got you. Even though, even though you ain't been acting right, you ain't been wearing your colors, you ain't been doing nothing right, I still got you. I was like, look at Oshun. I don't think I got a picture of it in here. It's on my other phone. But I show it to y'all. It was a beautiful peacock statue was at this hotel was so I got to do a video. I'm gonna do a video about the hotel and show y'all this this little hotel that we were staying at. But that that was our fault because we didn't do enough research. But the hotel deserves its own video. It deserves its own video. Okay? I'm gonna dedicate a whole video to that damn hotel. So, what did I learn from this lesson? That when I go to funerals and I'm going to be at the cemetery and all of this pomp and circumstance around the body is going to be going on. I need to make sure that I'm prepared. I should have taken my Florida water. I should have, put some Florida water on like the back of my neck because that helps the cooling process because see, I wasn't just hot from the heat from the the mausoleum. Being around too many spirits can make you hot too. That's one of the things that lets you know like the spirits are high is that heat. The spirits generate heat also. So it was a lot going on. A lot going on. I mean, soon as we got home from that trip, I jumped in the shower and took a shower, tried to wash all of that off of me. It was a lot. But I feel like if I had, at least had my Florida water, I could have, splashed that on me and that would have helped cool me down some. And if I had had on all white, that would have helped. If I had had my leques, that would have helped. So I have learned a lesson because I am an initiate. I should have um, been more careful in a situation like that because, it is serious. I went into a situation where, the spirits are high. There are people like my cousin who were just being laid to rest, whose services had happened that day. So they fresh. So yeah, you just don't play around um in situations like that. Right, I did. I did. I took it for granted because it was family. And I knew how much Wanda loved everybody. She was a bubbly, funny person. Like I had no fear about her. If anything, she would have made the situation lighter. She's the funny one. It's the other people. It's the people you don't know. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And this is LA. It's all kind of people buried in the cemetery, in the mausoleum, because you had to walk through the cemetery, not through the cemetery, but you had to walk across a stretch of the cemetery to get into the mausoleum. So you done already walked on these people's graves. Then you get in the mausoleum, and it's like you walking down the hallway. They just up and down through there, cause that's how the mausoleum is made. It's just a walkway, and on both sides of the wall is the seatings, them square boxes with the names on them. On just the whole, like this room got four walls. We went into a room with four walls, and three of those walls were deceased people. The only reason why the fourth one wasn't is because that was the door frame. The whole room was just full of deceased people. No, I was fine at the funeral. The funeral, I was fine. Everything was fine there. For one, I didn't even. The funeral was fine. I didn't even. I didn't even get emotional at the funeral until they opened the casket and her mother started crying. That's when I got emotional. And when her son, her only child, and then that reminded me of me losing my mama um, as an only child. Because he only in his 30s. Her son only in his 30s. Because she was like the same age as me. And I think her son is like either my son's age or maybe younger. He probably like my son's age because he done already been in the Air Force, and he a police officer now. So I think he's like my son's age. And that was her only child. And so, when he got up there, that was when I was like, oh shit. And my husband, he was sitting with the pallbearers, So I couldn't. Did he have on glasses? Yeah, I think he had on like glasses or something. I couldn't really tell what was going on with him, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to. I didn't want to see my husband because I didn't want to have to like. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this fan on. I I didn't want to. I didn't want to look at my husband because I didn't want to like get up and make the pallbearer move that was sitting next to my husband so I could sit next to my husband. I was like, okay, I'm not going to treat him like a child and let him take care of himself. But like they grew up together. They were close. They were the same age. Wanda was a little bit older than my husband, and they grew up together. Even though she lived in LA and he lived out here, her mom would bring her down here, and then my husband's mom would take him. They went to LA pretty often because my husband's mom and Wanda's mom. Okay, so Wanda is my husband's mother's auntie. Yeah, and they close because um my husband's grandmother passed away, and I guess Aunt Gertie, got really close to my husband's mom. That's her auntie. They real close. And it was Aunt Gertie's daughter, Wanda, that passed away. I know that's a lot for y'all. But, they were close. They were like, the same. Wanda had already turned 60. Wanda turned 60 in February. I turned 60 in August. My husband don't turn 60 until April of next year. So, um, I knew it was gonna be difficult for him. But, he held it together. He was a pallbearer, and so he had to, help carry the casket. So it was a sad situation. Where is Solomon Island? Where is that? I am Donald. Where is Solomon Island? I love when people come in and they be from places that I ain't never heard of. Um, so yeah, we're okay. Uh, we're gonna go back in August. We're gonna go by and check on Aunt Gertie, say hi to her and stuff. But we're not staying in Inglewood. When we go back this time, we're gonna stay in Anaheim. We're gonna stay close to Disney, so we don't have that far to travel to the park. So my husband is talking about going to Universal Disneyland and Universal Studios. I don't know if we're gonna do all that, but we going to Disneyland for sure. So I got to order my T-shirt. I got to figure out like what shirt I want. I don't know if I wanted to say like 60 and fabulous so I can wear it more than just one time, or it's my birthday, I'm 60, like I don't know. But I am going to um get a t-shirt for the Disney um trip. I'm gonna get some Mickey ears. Okay, y'all. So I'm finna dye his hair Probably this weekend. I haven't figured out if I want to go purple or pink. Not pink, but fuchsia, because that fuchsia did look good on me. All the colors looked good on me though, I think. And that's not me being like sarcastic. Next month. Next month is my birthday month. So, um I should be going live more this month so I can have some little change for next month. Get on here like everybody else and be begging for my birthday. It's my birthday. But I'm happy. I am super happy. The trip was nice. I just hate that my husband got sick. Um, but he all right. He ain't one of them like extra sickly ass people. Like when he gets sick, he not just like ooh. He up playing video games and stuff. I'm about to tell him to come in here because we didn't watch House of Dragons last night because he was just too tired and stuff. So I'm gonna tell him to come in here and let's watch House of Dragons. So I can start watching some of the reviews because I didn't get a chance to watch. I I'm not gonna watch Kevin on Stage's review because I want to watch the show and I like to watch his review. Did y'all see his wedding picture? Him and his wife did their vow renewal. They they've been married 20 years. So they see that's what I wanted. If me and my husband had if me and my husband had got married when we was like 19 or something, shit, we'd have been at 30 some years now. And we at in December we'll be at 11. I want 20. We would have had it. And I'm not mad, but I wish we had. You didn't like seeing the babies with unbuttoned shirts. Girl, them boys, the oldest boy getting ready to go to college. He is going he going to college. Them ain't boys, them young men's. Them is men's. They almost grown. Yeah, I cut my hair. I didn't cut it. The barber cut it. Uh, Before I went to LA, Thursday, Wednesday, Wednesday, I think. No, not the baby, but the oldest one. The oldest one just graduated from high school. He didn't pick the college, but they just won't say what school he picked. Girls showing their chests and everything. The youngest one, he didn't put on muscle. He gained a little bit of weight. The oldest one's still skinny. But the youngest one, he didn't put on a little bit of muscle. He has really changed. He looked totally different. I was like, what? They did look handsome. They really did look handsome in their little suits. I said in their little suits. They looked handsome in their suits because their suits were opposite colors to each other. It was real nice. I like the way they did it. He still got a baby's face, but you could tell he He gonna be handsome. He gonna be handsome when he grow up because he didn't put on a little muscle. He a little shorter than his brother, I think, ain't he? But it looked like he bulked, like he lifting weights and bulked up a little bit. I love the color scheme. I love their suits. That was a really cute idea for the suits to be like the opposite color but trimmed in the color of the other suit. It was real nice. I love that. And I love Melissa's dress. I just don't like a full back out for a wedding dress. And I know that this was a vow renewal, but I just don't like a full back out. I don't know why. But she looked beautiful though. She could pull it off because she's so slim. But that's just my preference. Maybe it's the old fashionedness in me. Maybe that's my boomer talking. That's what I said. It was a vow renewal. So, I give her a little slack there. But that's just not my favorite. It was really pretty. But I knew it was gonna be pretty because Melissa is very meticulous about things. Yeah, and it was a summertime dress. I'm pretty sure it was hot in Mexico because they had a destination wedding. Yeah, vow, not vowel. Vow. I didn't even catch it. It was nice though. But I knew it was gonna be nice because Melissa likes nice things, and they had the money to do it up because Tabitha Brown was there. What's that dude that be eating? Keith Lee and his wife was there. I don't know what other celebrities were there, but they were there. So Taraji Taraji said some old funky shit at Keith Lee at the BET Awards. Taraji don't know that Keith Lee's wife will stomp a mud hole in her ass. Because I would have embarrassed the shit out of Taraji if she had said something about my husband. They wouldn't have never invited me back to the BET Awards. Yes, girl, it's all over TikTok. Taraji didn't even know who Keith Lee was. She thought some other dude was Keith Lee, and she was like flirting with him. And then she was like, "Oh, you Keith Lee. Oh, you cute too. Call me." What? What you looking for?
Those Tostitos.
Oh, I put them in the kitchen, in the pantry, uh, next to the back wall, balled up somewhere on the shelf. Um, he ain't too sick. He out here finna eat chips and shit. Um, yeah, she gonna say, "Oh, you cute too. Call me." What? Are you crazy? He got a whole wife. Like, why would you even say that? But she said that because she doesn't know who Keith Lee is. She don't know him. And people on TikTok was like, how does she not know him? He the biggest star. He this, he that. Yes, on TikTok. On TikTok. Not in the real world. Whose name is Veronica? Not in the real world. These A-list celebrities don't always be on TikTok like that. She don't know Keith Lee. She obviously did not know who Keith Lee was. She thought the dude sitting next to Keith Lee was Keith Lee. And then I guess it must have came in her earpiece, wrong person. And she said, "Oh, you're Keith Lee. Oh, you cute too. Call me." And then she like walked off because she was doing like a bit, like trying to be funny or, whatever. It wasn't funny. So I heard she apologized to him. I didn't see the apology, so I can't speak on that. But from what I saw on TikTok, it just shows that she didn't know who Keith Lee was. Keith Lee was at the BET Awards, and people, some people were saying, well, why was Keith Lee even at the BET Awards? And some people were saying, well, he a celebrity, he this, he that. He's not a celebrity like we consider celebrities. He's not one of them celebrities. This younger generation wants to force these TikTok people on us as real celebrities. You're not a celebrity. Like, he ain't on TV. He ain't did now movie. He does TikToks. That's not a celebrity to me. Ronnie. Yeah, that's her name. Ronnie. Ronnie looked like she a fight. I wouldn't mess with Ronnie. Ronnie looked like she be done stomped a mud hole in Taraji. Cause Ronnie don't look like she played by her husband, just like me. I don't play by mine. Bitch, he not finna call you. What the fuck he gonna call you for? I would have been mouthing. The camera would have been on me. We would have never got invited to another BET award because I'd have been like, bitch, he not calling you. The fuck? They would have cut the camera and it would have been so. You want to play? Yeah, he was a boxer. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what her real name is. And they said he has said that he has social anxiety, so he doesn't like to, be put in positions like that anyway. It was probably very hard for him to even go to the BET Awards. He don't like to really be talked to like. And then Taraji do some dumb stuff like that. So, and he's not out. Keith Lee is not the type of person to be like, oh yeah, oh stupid Taraji, she can blah blah. He's not gonna do that because he's, not that type of guy. But yeah, that was ugly. But these real celebrities don't know who some of these TikTokers are. They just don't. Because a lot of them are, they may have a TikTok, but they not on TikTok like that. They not doing TikTok like that. But she should have known if someone wrote that bit for her to do, they should have at least told her who he was. But in real life, why would she know? Yeah, they've been inviting influencers to award shows, and the same thing has been happening. The influencers will get up there, and sometimes real people are like, who is that? Because a lot of celebrities and people don't follow influencers. A lot of regular people know him. Not a lot of celebrities, probably my age. You have to take into consideration that Taraji is 50. So, how many 50-year-old celebrities are following 30-year-old influencers? That's what I'm saying. That's not happening. They're not doing that. So that's probably why she didn't know who he was. And I blame the team. If you're going to write a bit for her to be funny because Keith Lee was, I guess, like on the close to the front row or whatever, they got an earpiece in. And she is saying what they're telling her to say or what's on the teleprompter. So they should have told her who he was. Yeah, I blame her team. I'm not blaming Taraji. I blame her team because they should have told her Keith Lee is the one in the black. He's married. You know, if you want to be flirty, do it with the dude sitting next to Keith Lee, not Keith Lee. Keith Lee's wife is sitting next to him. I don't think Taraji would be disrespectful to Keith Lee's wife on purpose. I don't see Taraji as that type of person. Well, just because you see comments in, that doesn't mean it's coming from Taraji. It could be coming from her team. I don't think a lot of these A-list celebrities are really spending time on social media like that. They have a team running their social media account. You know what I would and would not say. I don't think Taraji is sitting at home on TikTok. Yeah, I don't think they played like that. I don't think Keith Lee played by his wife, and I don't think she played by her husband. So I think that was a huge mistake, and hopefully it was rectified. I hope she did apologize. And I hope that, Keith Lee understands that all this is part of, TV. She's listening. She's got a teleprompter. That was just, just shouldn't have said anything to him. Yeah. Yeah. Keith Lee is what, 30, in his 30s? And Taraji is 50 or 51. So, yeah, she shouldn't have said anything to he shouldn't have been part of that joke. He too young to be part of that joke. She shouldn't have had a joke with him. So, I'm really hoping she apologized to him and he understood that it was just a joke, you know. I don't know. Yeah, that should have went to somebody else, not to him. And I hope he's okay because when you have social anxiety and something like that happens, that can mar you from wanting to be at these type of events. Like Keith Lee is just really starting to, get invited to all of these big events. And it's the kind of stuff that will make you be like, all right, I ain't going that shit no more. Mm-mm. These people playing with me. Yeah, she don't strike me as that type either. Like, she really strikes me as a type of person that, will not have a problem apologizing and be like, hey, I'm sorry. That's not how that joke was supposed to go. You know, I hope you know that these jokes are written by the writers, and I definitely wasn't, trying to, and apologize to his wife because, yeah, don't play with my husband like that. We don't play that way. We definitely don't. Because um, when we were at Hollywood waiting for our movie to start, I need to get my husband that. There's so much shit going on my little table. When we were at Hollywood waiting for our movie to start yesterday, god damn, I got everything. KFC hot sauce, um, Taco Bell, package. Um, we met a family from Australia. Well, it was a mother and her son. And she was like, oh, can I sit on the bench with you guys? Because my back is hurting. I was like, yeah. And she sat next to my husband. I ain't tripping. It was her and her teenage son. So, me and my husband sitting here talking and stuff. And she was like, um, she thought we were tourists. She was like, oh, where you guys come from? And my husband was like, oh, we live here. And she was like, you live here? He was like, no, we live in the Bay Area. And she was like, oh, we're from Australia. So how far is the Bay Area? And when we said the Bay Area, her son just like perked up and he was like, where? San Francisco? And we were like, yeah, not too far from San Francisco, across the bay. And so she said, oh, my son is like really into American geography. This was his dream trip to come to Southern California, and he really wants to go to San Francisco. So we were saying, yeah, we're from the Bay Area, blah blah blah. We were talking about San Francisco, what it's like, and all this kind of stuff, and how long it took us to get from the Bay Area to uh, LA. But the woman kept her conversation with my husband. Everything she said, she was like, you. Like, oh, you were in the military? Oh, how long were you in the military? Have you traveled? Like she was straight up ignoring my ass. She wasn't saying nothing to me. The whole conversation was you. Hold on. Where my husband at? Babe. I want to see did he did he did he feel it? Because she was asking too many damn questions for me. She was. When when we were sitting there talking to that lady from Australia, Didn't it seem like she was directing her questions to you?
I guess, yeah. I mean, she was sitting next to me. You were on the other side of me. So,
So what?
okay.
She couldn't ask me no questions? Because everything she was saying, she was directing it to you. And then she went into this whole thing about how young you look. Oh, you look so young. What are you doing? You're like Benjamin Button. And I was like, lady, do you not see we're together?
That's what you want to ask?
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess. I don't know.
It just seemed like it to me. It just seemed like she just kind of like, you don't exist. Let me get this black man and go take him back to Australia with me.
It didn't seem like all that, babe.
It did to me. And then her son was looking like, oh yeah, I'm about to have me a black daddy. He looked like he was in agreement. All right then, I'm just gonna have a black daddy.
I think you're reading a little too much into that.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna let it happen. And then it was weird because we were sitting on the same row and everything, but they must have just like,
Yeah,
that was freaky.
that just happened like that.
How does it just happen?
Okay, for one,
You pick your seats.
yeah, you pick your seats.
They
Um,
she picked the same row as us.
but how can that happen? I don't recall seeing her. Well, then again, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing her either when we were buying the
If
tickets.
you're buying the tickets, so we sat down. It just so happens most of the people there, apparently, or some of them there, were there to watch the movie.
Oh, you mean outside?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because the guy was standing there and said, "Well, I mean, he had the flyer saying this show starts at I don't know whatever time it started,
4:45 or whatever.
and he wouldn't let anybody in until then, and we didn't know that that was the entrance for the theater, but it was. So that just happened to be like that. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
don't come to California thinking you finna find you a black man because this one is taken. Honey, Miss Australia was looking like she was on the prowl, but you gonna have to find you another one because I got this one.
I don't know that.
Go on, get out of here, Snotty. You done been in here long enough. I'm gonna have to spray in here now.
I don't know.
Go on, go. Take your germs with you.
Here we go.
So yeah, it was interesting because honey, she was asking him all kind of questions. She asked him everything but his shoe size. Oh, how long were you in the military? Oh, have you traveled the world? Oh, what countries have you been to? Oh, when did you get out of the military? Oh, girl, shut the shit. And she wasn't saying shit to me. Not nothing. And you know my crazy ass. I was butting in the conversation, answering the questions before he had an opportunity to answer them. Since you're not talking to me. I hate women that do that though. If you're going to talk to my husband, at least talk to me. I would never have a conversation with somebody's husband and exclude the wife. That's disrespectful. I'm not going to have a one on one conversation with your husband and not say shit to you. But men be thinking that that shit is all, oh, I didn't even, that's how they be getting caught up in dumb shit. Because they don't even, I didn't even know she was talking to me, but you was talking to her. What the fuck you talking to her for? I was sitting right next to him. I was sitting on the other side of him. She sat on the bench next to him. It was me, him, her son. We were sitting on the bench up against a wall. And she just struck up a conversation. And instead of talking to me, she talking to him. Yeah, she could have been. I don't think they were though. Cause she looked old. She looked like close to my age, probably. And no, I think she said she was in her 50s. I think she said she was in her 50s. I don't know. But it was just interesting. And maybe it's just, people from different countries, they do things differently. Maybe that's just an Australian thing. They don't care. We different here in America. American women, and especially American black women, we don't play about our husbands. Don't talk to my husband. Talk to me. If you got a question about my husband, ask me. That's really how I feel. He can't talk. You can ask me. I can tell you how long he been in the military. Cause you doing too much talking. Don't talk a lot. Ask about the weather and what it's like in California. Keep it simple. Don't ask personal questions like, oh, how long you been in the military? How long you been out of the military? That ain't your business. What you need to know all that for? Why? So when it was time when that man called for the 4:45 show, the movie was starting. I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Have a nice trip," and got up and left, child. Girl, I was like, "Let's go." All right, babe. It was just nice to meet you. Bye. Have a nice trip, and walked away. Cause girl, you did too much. Maybe that's just how the Australian people, maybe they just friendly like that and don't understand American etiquette. Don't talk to other people's husbands. Shit. But I mean, it was interesting talking to her because she was saying like growing up in Australia, they do have a love for American culture. And the Mickey Mouse show used to be super big in Australia. And she said she grew up watching it, not knowing one day she would be able to travel to America because she said when she was a kid, She never thought she would be able to travel to America. She thought, traveling to America was more money than she, would ever in her lifetime have. But she has been fortunate enough to travel to America, she said, a few times. This was their first time in Southern California. And she said it's, coming to Disneyland the first time was just like a dream come true for her. And how much they like the American culture. And she said her son has been he looked about maybe 17, 16, 17ish. He looked around there. She said he has immersed himself in American culture. And she said when she means American culture, she is the American geography. She said he just loves everything American. And you could tell he was going for the whole kind of hip hop look. He had on like the over, but his it looked dated because he had on like the oversized jeans and a big t-shirt. And we're not really doing that here, in especially not in California. California, with the guys have moved to a more slim fit jean. They're not wearing the baggy jeans, because he had a lot of baggy jeans, the baggy shirt, the baggy jean jacket. It was dated. You could tell he was going for a more urban look, but his look looked dated. It didn't look California ish. It looked like he was trying. He was trying, but he didn't quite have it. He didn't have it. I don't like talking to strangers either. I'm not really a friendly person like that. My husband is very friendly. I be telling him sometimes, you too damn friendly, especially with women. But he friendly by nature though. He's not flirty. He's friendly. If someone talks to him, he's not gonna be mean to you. He's gonna talk back. My husband said I'll be mean mugging people, and my answers be like real short. I'm short with people. When I be walking down the street and somebody be trying to get me to sign a petition, I just walk right past they ass and don't say yay or nay. And my husband be like, "Oh no, thank you," and all that kind of stuff. I don't have time for that shit. I just keep walking. Yeah, Tammy, that's what she said. She said Australia. She dreamed about coming to America as a child. Yeah, I don't be talking. I don't never really be talking to people like that. She didn't really talk about the nature and stuff. Like I wasn't asking her no questions. But she said, I think she said she had been to New York and she had been to Savannah. She said she loved Savannah. But don't they have water? What is I said I was going to look it up and see what what is it like in Australia? What is the temperature like and stuff? I don't know shit about Australia. Oh yeah, I know they got kangaroos and spiders. Oh, they surrounded by water. Oh, well, what she want to come here for? If they got water in Australia, what the hell you coming to California to see the beaches for? Don't they have beaches? Like, I wouldn't leave somewhere that's surrounded by water to go someplace else that's surrounded by water. But California is beautiful. And all these other countries be talking shit about America, but you can't wait to get here. It be your dream to come to America, just like the Chinese people and Japanese people. They love American culture. They can talk a gang of shit. But it's your kids out here trying to get afros and, have underground black clubs in Japan and China, wanting to live the black experience. They even have like Japanese girls out here dressing like cholos and wearing their makeup like how Mexicans used to wear their makeup in the 80s, all thick and eyeliner all heavy, and wearing khakis and bandanas and stuff. You copying American culture. So I don't know. Everybody want to come to America. They want to talk shit about Americans, but can't wait to get here to visit. Yeah, it's the culture that we have culture. She said they've been here a few times. They just haven't made it to the Bay Area yet. In San Francisco, she said is on her list. I said, well, shit, you only 6 hours away. You can rent a car and drive to San Francisco. You want to leave America and go to Toronto? Oh, I ain't going to New York. I don't think I could live in LA. It's too many damn people. It was so crowded in Hollywood. God damn. Hollywood was how I envision New York Times Square. It was like that. It was just buckets of people. It was so many people. You know how you just walking down the street and you just people are all around you, and your anxiety start to, oh shit, it's too many people. And people are like bumping. They're not doing it on purpose. It's just so many people you're gonna get bumped into. It was just so much going on. And then it's not just the people that, the tourists. It's the people selling, trying to get you to buy their CDs. And then it's the people selling fruit and smoothies and what's that not African, Mexican juice that be in them big old containers. They was all out there. I mean, it was so much stuff. It was the Mexicans was out there selling the cut up fruit with the tagine and all of that. They were there. Then the it was somebody preaching. It was just so much noise. It was so noisy, Jesus. I was like, if you have noise issues like I do, that's not the place for you, because it was so noisy. And then we went to see the movie, and the movie was in IMAX. It was an IMAX theater. So, IMAX is like 5 times louder than the regular theater, the sound system. It sound like the speakers be right on top of your head. So my brain didn't shut off until we finally got to the car. Then we had to fight to get out of the parking structure. Oh, wait a minute. We got to talk about that. Wait a minute, y'all. Y'all done jumped ahead of me. Okay, let me go back. Phoenix said Drake is trying to turn Toronto into the hood. Oh no, Phoenix. Some White Hills Angels group jumped Rick Ross and his security entourage yesterday. I heard that. But did Rick Ross really get hit? The street vendors are all over. Girl, it was so many street vendors in Hollywood. It was crazy. And they're all in one little area. It was crazy. No, it wasn't even in 3D. It was just in IMAX. This is an IMAX theater. It was just in IMAX. So is it a video of Rick Ross getting hit? His security got knocked out? Rick Ross didn't know he couldn't go to Toronto clowning Drake. He didn't know them white people love Drake. Rick Ross thought, okay, so I bought this little, it's one of them facial roller things. I'm gonna ask my granddaughter, is her water evaporating too? I bought this from Five Below. Yeah. And look, my water it's evaporating. It's not leaking. It's evaporating. Cause when I bought it, the water level was like the water level was like up here. In a month, I ain't gonna have no water. I think this was just, it was just this one. This don't even work that good anyway. I have that flat thing that works a lot better than this. This is like too small. It was only $5, but I thought it was cute. But it's not. This like I don't know. Maybe it is glass. It sounds like glass, but it doesn't. It's not big enough for my face. It should have been like a little bit bigger and a little thicker. But shit, I ain't gonna have it. Ain't gonna be no water in it. I'm gonna have to ask my granddaughter. Did her water evaporate too? Yeah, I looked. I looked on TikTok. But well, TikTok probably won't allow the video on there if it's violent. So I'll probably have to like look on Twitter, and I don't be going on Twitter like that. I don't like Twitter. I don't even use Twitter really. But and I really don't care. Like I don't care about Rick Ross. I don't even like Rick Ross like that. So I don't know. But I guess Rick Ross learned a lesson. Don't be don't be don't be going to other people's cities clowning if you can't fight. I had to let my son know I just got back from LA. Child. I told him I was going to LA, my oldest son. He don't be paying no attention to what I be saying. He probably just like, why my mama ain't talking to me on Instagram? Boy, I had told him before I left that I was getting ready to go to LA. He probably didn't forgot I told him that. Y'all think I should tell my husband that I want to go to Starbucks and get another Frappuccino and I already had one today? I had one from McDonald's. It wasn't even that sweet. It was watered down. And I know the one from Starbucks will be sweet. You think I should tell him to take me to get another one? He gonna be like, you already had one. You don't need another one. Well, Drake feelings hurt. That's Drake feelings hurt. That's his problem. Because Drake, this whole situation with Kendrick, Drake has taken a beating. Honey, Kendrick wore Drake out. And they saying that Kendrick may win a Grammy for Not Like Us. I hope he do. I hope he do. I really do. And I'm not even a Ken. It's not like I don't like him, but I'm not I'm not really a fan of rap music like I used to be when I was young. When I was young, I was like Tupac, Biggie. I was a rap fan. Like rap was big in the 90s. And I was in it, immersed in it. I'm not hell, I'm 60. Now I do know some of the songs, like, They Not Like Us. I know the songs now. I ain't that 60 where I don't know what's happening because, I'm on TikTok with y'all youngsters. I be TikToking now. I don't know how to do all of. Now y'all got me beat doing all this editing and stuff, but don't let me learn how to edit. Don't let me mess around and figure out how to do all these edits and stuff. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Now, I'm still behind the times when it comes to. Did I tell y'all? Did I tell you that all my fingernails popped off before I got to LA? On the way to LA, they was just a popping. When I got to LA, do you know I had about 3 fingernails left? And I popped them suckers off at the hotel when we got to the hotel because I was like, I'm not about to try to put these fingernails. I brought the glue and everything. But I was like, I ain't going through that. to get these nails. And I had popped them off and put them on the nightstand. And do you know that my sweet husband, we switched sides. I got on the other side of the bed. My sweet husband scooped the little nails off and put them on the other nightstand, right? And I said, "You put these nails over here?" He said, "Yeah, aren't they you gonna take them back home?" I was like, "Hell no. I'm gonna leave these nails. These nails popped off in LA. They're gonna stay in LA. You live in LA now. Since you wanna pop your behind off right here in LA. You live here now. I left them nails right there. They got a new home. So I went to the funeral fingernailless. I didn't bring no polish. So uh who is this falling? Didn't bring no polish. So I just went bare. Oh well. That's how it works sometimes. I could have went to, because where we were staying, it was a Walgreens, a CVS, everything. We were close to everything. That was one thing about um where did we stay? We stayed in Gardenia, California. Um it had everything. Aldi, Popeyes, Taco Bell, um McDonald's, churches, everything was over there. Everything. It was just like being at home. Walgreens, CVS. I mean, God, dog, everything. The only thing they didn't have in LA was Safeway. Instead of like, they had like, I said, off-brand grocery stores. They had Aldi. We don't have Aldi out here. And I didn't see a Trader Joe's, but I know they have Trader Joe's in LA. They have Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. I didn't see a Whole Foods while we were out there, but I know they have it. Um, Now my sister-in-law and mother and father-in-law, they stayed at the Embassy Suites. They wanted us to stay there, but we didn't want to pay that extra $200 and some dollars. Um, so I don't know what they were close to, and I don't know. Let me look it up. How which where did they stay? Because I don't think it was too far. Could have been. It had to have been in. It had to be close to Inglewood. Oh, it was at the airport. It was Airport Boulevard. That's where they stayed. Because I remember my mother-in-law um, saying that it was by the airport. So it was 168 a night. I think ours was 130 a night. So they I'm pretty sure they were close to everything too, because it seemed like the airport um was kind of close to stuff, but they were farther away from where his cousin lived in Inglewood. We were closer. We were real close. To get to his cousin's house, we didn't even have to get on the freeway. So we were pretty close. And that's what my husband was trying to find, a hotel that was close to where his cousin lived, so we wouldn't have to do a whole lot of driving. But yeah, we ain't staying in that hotel no more. Okay. Now I like to save. I am one to like to save money, but um yeah, that was a bit much. Okay, they didn't have no bed bugs or no roaches, but it was old. At least the Embassy Suites, they try to stay up to date. They a little modern. This place was a little old. Okay, it was vintage. You know how y'all young folks like to say everything is vintage? This hotel was vintage. Definitely vintage. Okay. No, they were short nails. That's why I'm surprised they was popping off like that. I know I should have did a pack with me. And I was gonna do it too, but then I was just like, I don't want y'all in my business like that. Because you know why? Because I didn't take a suitcase. I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to be judged. I only took a backpack. I put everything in my backpack, and we had like, what are those suit things called? You know how men put their clothes in the suit, that suit thing, and fold it up. So we had our dress clothes in that. And then we had our everyday clothes in the backpack. Like, we didn't take a suitcase. We have suitcases, but we were trying to make sure everything fit in the trunk of that Honda Civic. We don't have the Lincoln Navigator to, hold two suitcases, a cooler, and all of the rest of the stuff that we wanted to take. We wanted to make sure that everything fit in the trunk. And it did. Everything fit nicely. The trunk is actually bigger than, you think it is. But we had, two backpacks and some other stuff. He had like his everyday clothes, like his, casual wear. Everything that was dressy was in the suit thing. And then like our like my capri pants, my t-shirts, all pajamas, all that stuff was in a backpack. And I probably could have did a pack with me because I'm just a regular. Okay, so when we go back next month, I'll do like a pack with me, like what I'm taking to LA and all of that kind of stuff. I could have did an unpack with me, um because this, believe it or not, this was the first trip that I ever went on that I packed just enough clothes. I packed right. I didn't overpack. The only thing I overpacked was underwear. I took a hell of pairs of underwear. And I don't know, child. I done took damn near my whole underwear drawer. And two bras and two pairs of socks and my slippers and clothes. I ain't wear not now pair of them socks. It was too hot in LA for socks. Don't nobody in LA wear socks. No, I'm lying. I saw men with socks on. But I definitely didn't have on no socks the whole time I was there. Um, Everything else I wore. All of the shirts that I brought, I wore. I wore the short. I brought two pair of shorts. I was gonna wear a pair of shorts back home, but when we left LA that morning, it was like overcasty, and I put on a pair of my capri pants. As soon as we got out of LA, it was like 90 degrees. Then I was hot. We stopped at Jack in the Box. I could have changed my clothes then, but I don't feel like digging through the backpack to find them shorts. So I was like, I ain't finna do all that. And I kept saying every rest stop we went to, I was like, I'm finna change my clothes, and I never did. Let me tell you something. Travelers' constipation is real. Okay? If you have IBS, there is a chance that you will have traveler's constipation. If you go for a long car ride and you have IBS and you are of a certain age, after 50, around 50, your digestive system starts to slow down. And when you go on road trips, you take a chance of having traveler's constipation. That's when your digestive system is like, hey, we're sitting, we're not moving, we're not moving, we're not moving. I had to take a laxative while I was there because I would not, it just wouldn't do nothing. Guess when the laxative kicked in? Yes, when we were on the road coming home. Guess what we did? Pulled off at a rest stop. Guess how many other people pulled off there? 1,000,000. Guess how long the line was to the women's bathroom? That was the not so fun part. That part wasn't fun. When I tell you that that line to the women's bathroom was out the door. And there was only 8 stalls, I think. It was bad. And I had to stand there. And at that point, I was in pain. But I made it. Finally. So yeah, that's the bad part. And I think it wasn't I wasn't it's not that I wasn't drinking enough water because I was making sure I was drinking enough water, but my diet probably wasn't high enough in fiber. Girl, I'm not about to put up no portable toilet tent. Gerber pear juice. Oh, I might have to try that. But I was reading and it was like, yeah, you have to when you go on a trip like that, you have to increase your fiber before you go on the trip. Increase your fiber. Make sure you're eating things that is high in fiber and you're moving. Increase your exercise and increase your fiber before a trip. because your body is going to need it because you're sedentary. Like, I'm sitting for 6 hours, not sitting completely for 6 hours, but it was a 6 hour road trip. So you're sitting, you're not moving around as much, and your digestive system basically goes to sleep. So you're not pooping. So yeah, that part wasn't fun. So I got over that. I survived. I survived it. Went to the bathroom. I felt much better after, and it was a nice ride home until we probably got like about an hour out, and that was when the pain started. Just like, fuck, is this ever gonna be over? And I could tell my husband wasn't feeling well because he wasn't saying shit. He was just focused on the road. He wasn't saying nothing, and he was like sniffling, and I could tell his nose was stopped up. Then I was feeling bad because I don't like to drive on the freeway at all. I still haven't, I haven't got my freeway, you know, confidence. So it's not like I could say, babe, pull over, I'll take it from here, because we are hour out. And I'm not ready to drive on the freeway. Definitely not for no damn hour. So I felt bad. Like, I really, really felt bad because I could tell he wasn't really feeling well, and I was like, God damn. But we made it. I mean, when we got home, he went right to sleep. He went right to sleep. Just like just like Gizmo. Gizmo has been he was up for a minute, but he been sleep. And I'm pretty sure it's probably been so loud for him with them other dogs barking and stuff, for him to be at home now and it's quiet, and he can just lay back and relax and go to sleep. I know he happy. I know he is happy. Cause I know them other dogs was getting on his nerves because Gizmo is used to the house being quiet. He's used to a real quiet atmosphere. And to go from that to other dogs barking and howling, and they barking at night and shit. I know Gizmo's like, what the hell is going on here? Shut up. Cause it's quiet here. Gizmo is used to curling up somewhere, just, going to sleep, not having to worry about nothing. But I know he was, had his poor little head on a swivel probably the whole time he was at that kennel, like, oh shit, can they get up in here? Can these dogs get me? He didn't know if them people was gonna protect him, or that's what I was tripping off of. I was like, my poor little baby probably think these dogs gonna get him. Even though the lady said they had of course they keep the smaller dogs in the area with the smaller dogs. Small dogs can be aggressive too. And Gizmo's nature, by his nature, he's not really aggressive. And that's what I was like worried about. Like, is these other dogs gonna, be punking my baby and stuff? Is he gonna be okay? But he was all right, y'all. He got home, he acting like his normal self. He's not acting like he got punked, or he's not like timid. We didn't pick him up and his tail was in between his legs, like he had been violated. No, he came out, he saw us, he was like, oh, mommy and daddy, I'm going home, thank God. He had that. Whew, boy, I had a time last night. He had that kind of he had that little look on his face. And I don't even know what this is. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew I was gonna put some pills in a bottle and be like, "What the hell is this?" I'm gonna have to figure that out because I did something crazy. I just was putting medicine in bottles. Child, I put medicine. I don't know. Don't do what I did on vacation. Get yourself a real pill bottle thing. Don't do how I did. I was just throwing shit in the bottle, child. And I was like, I figured out when I get there. I know what some of the pills look like that I'm supposed to take. Now I done got home and I'm like, okay, these got to go back into the bottle that they belong in. I don't know what this shit is, but I'll figure it out. Because I know how to read the code on the pill. I know that each pill has a code on it, and I know how to read the codes. And and I know what Tylenol looks like. I know what that looks like, and I know what my pill for my stomach look like because it's purple. Some of them are color coded, so I know what it is to put it back in the container that they belong in. Yeah, and they do let them outside and play. Um, I think he had to be supervised because he was an intact male. I don't think he could go out and play with the other dogs, female dogs. No, but I think they have playtime, and she said that Gizmo did go out. Oh, so they had men working there too, and so over the weekend. So the weekend man that worked there, he came out and he told us that yeah, when he came that morning to let Gizmo out, he said he opened the cage and Gizmo came right out the cage and went outside, did his business, and sniffed around and played or whatever. And when he told him to go back in the cage, Gizmo went on back in. But the lady said she had a hard time getting Gizmo out the cage. He was reluctant. When she called him, he wouldn't want to come. And I said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you that Gizmo listens to men more than he listens to women because he does me like that. I can tell him to do something and he'll look at me like I'm crazy. If my husband tell him, he'd go right on and do it. And I forgot to tell her he is more obedient with men than he is with women. And that man was like, "Yeah, I didn't have no problems with him." I said, "Yeah, it's no. I think it's the tone of men's voices that Gizmo don't play around with. If a man tell him to do something, he'll do it." So, he is already booked for August. He will definitely be going back. Um, they say, yeah, he's a good fit. And if he wants to, he can come just, if I want a day that Gizmo just go to daycare, Gizmo can go to daycare. He can just go. We can just drop him off in the morning and like pick him up later in the day or pick him up the next day if we want him to go. And he probably will before um August, just so he remembers that you're gonna have to do this again. He may just go just for daycare, just so he don't forget. So I don't know. You went and loaded the dishwasher. I'm still here. So yeah, he had a good time, and I'm happy for him. I really am, because he looked like, I can do this. He didn't look like, oh my God, this was the worst experience of my life. He looked like, oh, it's good. I'm good. I'm grown. Gizmo's not a child. He is an adult. And so he acted as such. And I'm happy for him. So when we go back in LA, when we go back to LA, I won't be as worried this time because, he was good. My boy was good. So that's it, y'all. I'm probably going back to sleep. I have still, like, I done took a nap today. Like, I'm still, going on a trip do kind of wear you out. I'm still catching up on my rest. Even though I did sleep pretty good while we were gone. I ain't had a problem with the bed. Just the last night, I didn't sleep as well. I didn't sleep as well the last night because my husband kept saying, "Oh, let's get up and leave at 6 o'clock in the morning." And I woke up like around 6 o'clock, but I was so tired. I was like, "Oh my God, can we leave in like an hour?" So I went back to sleep and woke up about like 7:30. And he was like, "Okay, come on, let's go, because I want to be on the road before 9." And so we left. And we did beat our mother and father-in-law back. We got back maybe about 2 hours before they did, but I'm not sure when they left. So yeah, we already booked his stay for August for when we go for my birthday. So he already on the calendar. Because she said that they do get pretty booked for summer. So we said, okay. Um, we came home and looked at the dates and called them back and told them what the dates are, what the tentative dates are to put him on there. So we can go back. I still got this little. I'm surprised I haven't lost this little thing. Um, so that's it, y'all. You know what, I want to learn how to do them lashes. Them little the little ones that, what they call them? The 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 little lashes. What are those called? The Not the full strip, but you add the little ones up under here. Am I gonna be able to get them under there? The little, I don't know what the little ones are called, but I want to do that. I always be saying I want to do. Do you know how many lashes I had? Lash kits I have that I have not used. Yeah, the single, single lashes. They not single though. It's just like a little clump of them. Not the single ones. I know I can't do that, yeah. And are they in? They're not individual. I don't know what they call them, but I want to try it. I think I got some. I gotta look and see. Child, I wore some makeup to the funeral. All that makeup was gone. It was so hot out there. Child, I had sweated out all that damn makeup. It was too hot for all that shit anyway. Cluster. That's it. Cluster lashes. I want to try those. But you know the clusters you put them under instead of on top. And I don't know how that's gonna work. Cause I'm scared if I blink, I'ma feel. What in the hell? Oh, I need her to try that on so I can see what that look like. Honey, Adrian, where she be getting these funny looking ass clothes from? Did she order that off of Temu? They look like they can be uncomfortable. See, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of if I blink, I'm going to feel it. And I know that ain't going to work for me. I like how they look on other people. I don't know if they're going to work for me, though. But, since I cut my hair short, I feel like I need to, do something, do my eyebrows or wear some lipstick, do something. I usually have on some, hoop earrings. I just got on some little butterflies today because I wasn't really going anywhere. But, I want to do a little something, bring my face out now that I don't have no hair. And I was going to do my lashes. I don't know. I probably ain't doing all that shit. Every now and then. I like how they look on other people. And I'm not trying to do anything dramatic. Just my natural lashes are really small. And they're small and they're really thin. So maybe I need to start with just a good mascara. Maybe I should try that first and see how that works. And then maybe move to some lashes. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, it's mascara and eyeliner is not you're not gonna get the same unless you have naturally long lashes. And I don't. I have naturally small lashes. So I'm gonna work on that. Yeah. We can all do the things. We can try it, you know. And I said that was one of the things I said when I turned 60 is I want to do some of the things that I've never done. I never really have worn makeup. Not a lot. And I don't want to wear a whole lot of makeup, but I want to wear a little bit when I go out. I want to wear a little bit. I want to, do my eyelashes and start wearing dresses again, because I haven't really been wearing dresses and, like getting dressed up. Like, I stopped doing all that stuff. Like, I've gotten really comfortable. And comfortable is, I think I'm getting too comfortable being comfortable to where I'm not getting like dolled up. I want to do a little dolling up. Oh, yeah, I don't think that's going to work for my lashes though. I think this is genetics. Because I don't think my mom had a lot of lashes either. Yeah, I just want to look a little different for 60. So I'm finna go, y'all. My throat getting dry. Y'all know when my throat starts to get dry, it's time for me to go, and I don't have no water. So I will probably see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to check out the LA video. There's a video of me and my husband kind of talking about the trip, and I did post some. There are some pictures in that video of the LA trip. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I think the lashes will look cute too. I do. And I do my eyebrows and put on a little bit of eyeshadow. I think it'll be cute. I might do it tomorrow on a video and see, so y'all can see how it looks. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Talk to you later. Bye.